This is Lacey Rice from KySports.TV talking to Coach Rita Holman, Hall of Fame coach from Male High School out of Louisville. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good. Well, Coach, you've had a long, illustrious career in track and field as a coach. You had a lot of success as a head coach, and now you kind of, I guess, turned the reins over to some others to let them do things and whatnot. So tell us a bit about your career.
Well, when I was graduating from college, Morehead State University, Jefferson County was recruiting students to come into Jefferson County to teach. And I was offered a job before I graduated to work at Butler High School. And at that time, Butler was the only, it was a county school, but everything they did was in the city. And Iroquois was a city school, and everything they did was a county, the city school, and everything they did was in the county. So I went to Butler, and they wanted me to, and I taught, but then they asked me would I coach track. And I had ran a little bit in high school. You know, I didn't run in college or anything. And so I said, okay, I'll take it. And my husband and I, we were both first-year teachers, and we coached at Butler, and during that time, shortly after, it was busing. And through all of that, I had 7th grade through 12th grade, and I was kind of even growing up myself, being there, because I was just 21, but I learned from the girls. I had some really talented girls there, and they pushed me even to be a better coach, because they could do so much. I could see what really talented kids could do. And from that, every year when I would get another group of girls, I pushed them the way my first girls behaved. And being the only county school that competed in the city, I had to compete against Mayo, Central, oh my gosh, Manual, and I was young, I was like 21. Half the people didn't know I even coached. They thought I was like one of the girls. Nobody knew who coached at Butler, and I didn't tell them either. So, but as they learned to know who I was, they would always ask me, well, how do you get those kids to run like that? How do you do it? And I said, you know, they just wanted to. They wanted to be successful. And the longer I coached, we took on cross country, which always helps your program. And once we did that, we coached. I started in 71, won the state in 76, and after that, it was just regional after regional champs, sectional champs, and it was only because I had a really good group of kids. They lived down in the West End. I had Southwick projects, Carter Homes projects, and in the area, it was like a West End area. So a lot of times those students had to walk home. A lot of times their parents didn't get to see them, but they wanted to win, and they were really good students too. That's what I learned that too. That the smarter your athletes are, most times the more intelligent they are. The better athletes they can be. So I was at Butler for 17 years. I got overstaffed and I had to leave. But I continued to coach until I coached 20 years. It's hard to believe, but I coached 20 years there. And my principal encouraged me to use my degree, which was in counseling. And I was like, you know, they weren't hiring people, you know, they weren't hiring people to be counselors back then. And so I said, sure. And I had a lot of friends who had been trying. So long story short, the first year I tried, I became a counselor, and then I had to stop coaching. But I stayed in contact with a lot of the girls that I had back then. We had our 30-year anniversary several years ago, and when we had it, the girls they recalled those times, because a couple of times we would have meets out on the South End. And one night when we were having a meet, the Ku Klux Klan was marching down Dixie Highway. Oh yeah, seriously. And I was in a Volkswagen, and my, and I told my husband, I said, I was just gonna keep driving, and if there was gonna be bodies up under the car, but I had my girls with me, and it was white, black. I had all kind of girls, and at our anniversary, they told me how much they cherish those times now, because I was young, and they were just having a good time, working and winning, but now it probably means more to them. Of course it does. It means more to them now that they lived through those times and they appreciate those times. So yeah, I was a successful coach, but I think more so growing up with those girls and having that program for them to keep a lot of them out of the street. They told me that, someone told me that Miss Holman, had you not been there, I don't know what I would have done. So that's probably what I consider the most success. Cross country, I was state runner-up 3 years in a row, 75, 76, 77, and that was the basis of the success of our program, cross country, and it just carried for 20 years.
Okay. So after you left Butler and got into counseling, was that when you, how did you end up over at Mayo?
Oh, mercy. Okay. I was a counselor at Dawes for 10 years. 10 years. And our friend was coaching, Mike McCoy was coaching at football at Mayo. His son was there, so he was coaching there. And the girls' program at Mayo had gone to nothing, because we always keep up with track. And since our kids were at Mayo, we always look. And it was just terrible, and we just couldn't understand it. So AD, Bob Stewart, asked Mike if he would coach the girls. So Mike said, well, he couldn't do it. I can't do it unless Holman's with me, because he and Holman coached at Eastern all this year and had all that success. So he comes home, my husband comes home, he says, look at the schedule. And I said, okay. And he said, no, look at the schedule. Okay, I'm not really looking, because, y'all going to coach, good for y'all. He said, no, look at it. And when I looked at the schedule, my name was down there on the paper, and Sherry's name, Sherry Bowman, her name was down there too. And I'm like, okay. So we got involved and tried to build it up, because it was pitiful. I mean, it was pitiful. But we stayed with it. Mike left us, but we stayed with it, and so hopefully everything we've worked for, hopefully we'll reap some benefits out of it this year. So that's how I got involved at Mayo. Aside from my children going to school there, they were thinking about coaching there, but that's what happened.
Well, you've had, the program's had some top 3 finishes since you've been there, though, right?
Yes, we finished, the past 5 years, we finished in the top 4 in the state, and our region, we won our region 7 years in a row, 7 years in a row, and that's pretty rewarding right there, because most of the teams in the state that finish high in the state are right there in our region. Manual, Central, now Central's back. So we have pretty tough competition, and but we've been working hard and gotten some few good girls. So yeah, so we're doing good. We're happy with it. We're happy with it.
Okay. Who are some of the more memorable athletes you've coached over the years?
Oh my gosh, David Jaggers. He coaches at Butler right now, but David's sister, Susan, ran for me. Susan Jaggers, Susan Owens, Tracy Johnson came to me from. She lived in the West End. She came to me from Central because of busing. A young lady named Sheila Clay, Kanita Randall, Sheree Maggart was in the field discus. She went to Ohio State. Susan, I think she went to UK. Sheila Clay was a great hurdler, 47-1 and 300 hurdles. She went to U of L. So many. Tracy Tyree, Chelsea Tyree. She's a pharmacist now. She ran well for me, half mile, high jumper. Man, so many girls. Tina Burke. She had been at Ballard, and her family moved to the West End. Tina was like a 25, 24, 200 runner. Oh gosh, so many girls. I tell you. I just can't keep up with all. But to name a few, and I'm sure there's more, but those stand out because I just couldn't tell them that and I wouldn't tell them that. But I would say, girls, we got to keep working hard, and let's not get too taken away. Let's work. And they said, Miss Holman, we could do it. We could do it. They would just that. You could not tell them. And I tell the girls now that if I would say anything to like, the girls, we got to work hard because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring or something like that. They weren't hearing it. They would not hear it. They knew what they were going to do, what they wanted to do, and they worked to do it. So I think about that all the time, that how determined they were. And it helped me to be more determined with them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we start wrapping this up, what's the greatest piece of advice that you can give to a young athlete these days?
A young athlete, any athlete, or running, or any athlete. You just have to practice for success. Pay attention to people who have been there, people who know what it takes to get there. And if they have that true burning desire to be successful, be willing to work for it. That it's not going to be easy, but if they work for it, and I don't know, they just have to work for it, and like their dreams could come true.
Okay. Well, Coach, we definitely thank you for taking time out of this busy day. We know that you were right in the middle of a track meet.
Yes.
And but we do appreciate you coming out, speaking to us, telling us about your experiences, about things that made you a Hall of Famer, and especially putting the spotlight on your athletes. So we definitely appreciate that, and we wish you all the best for this season and all the way up through region and state.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach.